everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Vintage Cottage, and I am back today to do some more work on my mini journal that I'm working on. I'm going to hopefully finish up the cover. Yesterday I mucked around with this for half the day trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the cover because I was torn with covering up the vintage laces that are on the front. What I had finally landed on was just a image, and I had picked this pretty bird backed with some cheesecloth. I picked this bird because it added a little pop of color, and I was all ready to go ahead and sew that to the cover. But this morning when I got up, I've had all these ideas floating around in my head, and I haven't really, sat down to actually execute any of these ideas that I had. But this morning, I tried one, and what it ended up being is this little, I don't know what you call it, a little lace embellishment. And what this idea came from, back in January, February, when I was going through all the boxes of jewelry and stuff from my boyfriend's mother, I have a whole box of these bangle bracelets. This is only one bag that's in that box. I have hundreds of them. It's like, what can I do with those? So I thought, I used to make dream catchers out of the big embroidery hoops with the big dangles coming off the bottom. I think I have some videos back in my archives of showing some of them. Like, wouldn't that be cute in a miniature version? So that's what I did this morning. I took one out. What I did, I wrapped the whole thing with just a little strip of muslin, so the whole thing was covered. I cut a piece of lace just big enough to go around it, and I glued it around the back, folded it over onto the back. Then I went in my bag of scraps and I picked out some little tiny laces. There's a little tatting, another little tiny lace, another lace, a little tiny strip of fabric, and I just put them like kind of radiating out. And then this is one of the doilies from one of my previous kits. And to finish it off on the back, I just took some jute cording and just put it inside of the back there to kind of finish it off. And then a bulb, one of these little garment bulb pins, works perfectly because it's got the rounded hoop at the bottom, which is just big enough to go around it. So what I thought I would do, I was wondering, after I made this thing, then I was thinking, okay, now that I have it, what do I use it for? And the first thing came to mind would be a decoration for a journal. And then I thought, well, what about the journal I'm working on now? So I think it looks kind of cute there. Just pin it onto the top. It's removable. It's on a pin, so it is removable if you don't want that. So that's what I'm going to do with the cover of this journal. I'm going to end up pinning this on when I'm done. I didn't show any more of decorating the inside because I pretty much stuck to what I did in the previous two videos. I made maybe a couple of minor adjustments to what I had paper clipped in. And I will show in detail when I'm totally finished. I'll do a detailed flip through of the journal. But for now I want to finish and look at all the yumminess there. And it feels so nice and squishy. I'm going to finish the cover. I picked out some fabric that I'm going to put on the inside. This pretty little blue and red floral on a tan background. I already cut it to the right size. But before I do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to enclose, I picked out this really pretty Valencian lace, And I want this to be the tie, but I'm going to sandwich it in between these two layers before I stitch all the way around. And I determined, and it's going to be right in the middle, I'm eyeballing it, that I need about a foot on either side of the lace to tie a pretty bow. So that's about a foot on this side. And I'm going to cut it off at about a foot on this side. And all I'm going to do is take some fabric tack and I think I need to put some acetone in here. This one's getting quite thick. So I'm just gonna I got glue goobers. I think I'm gonna have to get a different glue. But I'm just eyeballing it. I probably didn't even need to glue it because the stitching is going to hold it in place on either side. And I am just going to put a little bit of glue to keep the inside fabric in place. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that thunder. I think we got some more storms coming. It just stormed a little bit ago. I waited for it to go by to record the video. I hope everybody is doing well. I got some disturbing news last night. I got a call from the director of the facility where my mother lives, and 2 of the employees there have tested positive for COVID. So they are obviously in quarantine. They are taking every precaution they can now to make sure everybody in the building is going to be tested again. They've already been tested once, but they're going to be tested again. I finally convinced my mother to wear her face mask when she's not in her room. She had been very stubborn, as she has all her life, insisting that she's not going to catch this thing. But I actually drove over there this morning to talk to her and convinced her that she needs to wear it, and she agreed, so thank God for that. So we can just wait now to see the test results. Okay, so I've got that there. I am going to pause the video and go sew this. And actually, I'm probably not going to come back until I'm going to end this video here and come back when I'm ready to sew in the signatures. The signature, it's only one signature journal, sew it into the cover. So that's it for this video. It's a pretty short one. I'll be back when I'm ready to sew in the signature. Thanks, and bye for now.